Hello, how are you? Today I brought you a wonderful recipe for a skillet cake and you're going to love it. It's very quick to make. My recipe has no wheat flour, no gluten, no butter, and no sugar. It's ready in no time and the flavor is incredible. You're going to love it. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. And if you love recipes that are easy, quick, and healthy, you're going to love this channel. Take the opportunity to subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get all the updates. I have new videos every day and you're going to love them. Let's start preparing because it's really quick. Remember that the ingredients with their quantities and nutritional information are listed below in the description. Go ahead and tell me what your favorite cake flavor is because maybe I'll come and make it here on the channel, adapt it into a healthier recipe. So the first ingredient I have here is my egg. I'm going to mix the white and the yolk together really well. This recipe is great because you don't need a mixer. If you want to use a mixer, that's fine too, of course, but it's not really necessary. Remember that I have videos here on the channel talking about what happens when we eat eggs every day, whether eggs raise cholesterol or not, how eggs affect blood sugar, what would happen if eggs were your main source of protein, and much more. And whether we can eat eggs at night. I'll leave that down here in the description for you. So now that the egg whites and yolks are well mixed, I'm going to add the milk. I'm using regular cow's milk, skimmed. If you prefer, you can use a plant-based milk. If you have any allergies or food intolerances, you can use oat milk, almond milk, peanut milk, coconut milk. By the way, remember that I have a playlist here on the channel teaching how to make these plant-based milks. I used cow's milk here because that's what I had on hand, and I thought it provided an interesting balance due to its protein content as well. I'm also going to add my baking sweetener right now. As I mentioned, this recipe doesn't have sugar, but if you want it to be sweeter, it's best to add a bit of baking sweetener. Of course, it also works if you use brown sugar, demerara sugar, but that increases the amount of calories and carbohydrates and the nutritional information changes. I'm going to season it here with a bit of vanilla extract. This is optional, but I always like to add it because it brings out the sweetness and gives our recipes an interesting flavor. I'm also going to add the baking powder now so that when I add the last ingredient later, it doesn't form lumps. And to give our skillet cake batter its texture, I'm going to add oat flour here. Remember that it's an excellent option because it has more fiber, more protein, and contains beta-glucan, which helps control cholesterol, improves bowel movements, regulates the intestines, and provides satiety. Oats are amazing and much healthier than white flour, which you would use in a traditional cake. Tell me, what type of flour do you use most often in your daily cooking? I use oat flour a lot. There's even a playlist here with sweet and savory recipes using oats. It's very versatile. And I want to know which flour you use most at home. Let me know down below in the comments, and maybe I'll bring more recipes using your favorite flour here as well. Remember, I even have a really cool video talking about how to substitute wheat flour with other types of flour. Because oat flour is an interesting option, but we also know there are low-carb flours like almond flour, peanut flour, coconut flour. There's also chickpea flour, and there are plenty of healthy options we can use in our daily lives. I'll leave that video down below for you as well. Here's what I'm going to do now. This part of the batter is ready, but I'm going to grab another bowl because I'm going to split it in two and do something really cool here. Look, so I grabbed another bowl here and I'm going to transfer about half of this batter into it. If there's a bit more of the white one left here, this vanilla one, that's even better. So I'm just going to clean this up a bit because I want to use this same larger bowl here. I think it's basically even, so I'll set this aside for now. Here I'm going to add my cocoa powder. This cocoa here is 100%, and of course it won't dissolve as well, but that's just how it is. I prefer to use cocoa because that way we get 100% of the benefits of cocoa. There's no sugar. And its benefits are really great. It's good for your mood, for your well-being. It's a powerful antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and it also gives an amazing flavor. When we add cocoa, it dries out the batter, it gets heavy, so I'm going to add the coconut oil now to bring it back to a consistency more like the other one, making the batter lighter. For that other one, you won't need the coconut oil. So once we mix it in, it turns out great. I'm going to scrape the sides here so everything gets well mixed, well incorporated. And I'll bring the skillet back now so we can finish up. Like I said, it's a skillet cake, so I'm just going to fold all this batter together, finish it up, and I'll be right back. Hold on. Well, so I grabbed my skillet here, already greased it with a bit of coconut oil, and now I'm going to assemble it so it looks nice. So I'm going to put about 2 ladles of this batter in here, spread it out a bit on the bottom, which will be our base. I'm going to grab my chocolate mixture, my chocolate batter, and add it here. Another spoonful here, so there's a reasonable amount. Now, right here, I am going to add another ladle of this white batter on top. I'm going to lower it a bit because it's more fluid. Then I come in with the chocolate one again. And I'll keep layering it like this. If you have 2 ladles, it's even easier. I didn't want to mix them here so the colors wouldn't get dirty or blend together. Let me just add a bit more of this one in the middle, and I'll finish assembling it like this. And once this is ready, I'm going to cover this prepared batter here so that we can bake it. Let me just take a moment to finish adding all of these layers here. Hold on for a moment. So I've finished adding the vanilla batter here, and now I will finish adding the chocolate part to complete this wonderful cake. It might look like it didn't work, but once it's baked, it'll look really beautiful. I'll show you later. And then, to finish everything off, this is optional too, but I'm going to add it to make it look even nicer, a bit of chopped 80% chocolate. I'm not going to add too much, just a few pieces like this. This is optional. I think I've already mentioned it, but it doesn't hurt to repeat. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Let me just add one more piece here. So I'm going to cover my skillet here, turn the heat to low, and wait. In a little while, it'll be ready. You don't need to flip it, and I'll be back to show you how it turned out. Hang on. It was really quick, just 20 minutes and on very low heat, because here it's an electric stove. But when you make it, use the lowest heat, so it saves a lot of gas. It's really interesting. I'm going to cut a piece here so we can try our cake. I'm eating straight from my skillet, so that's why I'm cutting very slowly here, to avoid scratching the bottom of the skillet. I stopped here to cut because I didn't have the right angle to see, since I cut with my other hand, facing that way. But look how amazing this cake turns out. Make it, you're going to love it. Let me even put it here so you can get a better look from the side. Make it, it's going to be a huge hit at your house. For those moments when guests arrive and you want to whip up something quick and healthy, and the smell is amazing. Make it, you're going to love it. Look, now I'm going to show you a piece of it from the inside so you can make it at home. Make it, you're going to love it. Look at this, look how beautiful it turns out. It's easy, healthy, and delicious. So tell me, what's your favorite cake flavor? I'd love to see your comment. Remember, I have a playlist here with cake recipes. There are lots of other Skillet options. I'll leave it down below in the description for you. Take this moment to give the video a like, because that way you also help me out and share it with anyone who would enjoy it, with anyone who needs it. Let's work together to spread this chain of kindness. That's what I want here on the channel. Let's taste it. It's wonderful. It's just the right amount of sweet, and the combination of vanilla and chocolate tastes a lot like that classic marble cake. Make it because you're going to love it. See you next time. Bye.